You probably know the feeling of frustration when you lose gunfights in PvP. Even worse is when you continue to lose games and motivation as your confidence goes down the drain. This video is all about figuring out how we can win more 1v1 gunfights so that we can get that confidence right back up. What up, everybody? Today we start with a quote. If you know the enemy and know yourself, you need not fear the results of 100 battles. And that's from the great warrior leader Sun Tzu. What does it mean? Well, 3 main points. If you understand you and the enemy, you're far more likely to win any battle. But if you understand only you, but not the enemy, you got about a 50-50 chance of winning. If you understand neither you or your enemy, you're probably going to lose every single battle. And this is exactly relevant for Destiny because it's not just about understanding you and the comfort of the weapon and class setup that you have, but also understanding your enemy. So getting more confident in gunfights revolves around 2 things: getting comfortable with you, understanding yourself, your limits, your capabilities, the weapon that you're using, the class that you're using, and how it can be effective. And you pair that with understanding your enemy. When you understand and can anticipate the enemy's movements, you will become an unstoppable force. And that's where gunfighting confidence comes into play for Destiny. I've been playing a lot of Rumble lately, mainly because it forces you to play a lot of 1v1 gunfights. It's the best playlist in Destiny to improve your gunfighting because you're consistently placed into situations where you have to outplay the enemy you're in a dogfight with. There are no teammates to help you, and you'll learn a lot about enemies' movement, patterns, strafes, and actions by playing Rumble. You're consistently being pushed by other players without the stress of having to carry a team or have a team carry you. Best part is, it doesn't matter if you win or lose. In fact, you won't win every single game of Rumble. That just won't happen. Doesn't matter if you come in 6th place either. It's about going in and practicing gunfighting. It's the closest you're gonna get to custom games in Destiny right now because you're going to have 1v1 engagements over and over again. Yes, you'll be pushed from both sides. Once you secure a kill in Rumble, you're gonna be pushed by another player. Count on it. But that causes you to react quickly and learn to anticipate how an aggressive opponent is going to approach you. If you're looking for more detailed Rumble tips, I've done an entire video that you can check out here that will walk you through the basic steps to win more Rumble games. The weapons that I would recommend right now in Rumble on this patch would be Grasp of Malak, Hawksaw, Suros PDX 45, AS Luna, Hawkmoon, The Last Word, and on some maps, Mida Multi-Tool. For most maps and newer players, I'd recommend a shotgun as your secondary, as you're going to be pushed very often in this game mode. If you're a strong sniper and the map accommodates it, using a sniper can be very effective as well. Destiny PvP is a lot about rhythm. Understanding the way you move, how your gun works, and your setup is half the battle. You need to know how the enemy moves and their actions in order to truly get confident in gunfights. How do you do that? You grind. I rarely ever recommend to players to just flat out grind a lot of games, but with Destiny, to get more confident in gunfights, there is no secret beyond playing a lot. You need to play it consistently in order to have a good feeling of what weapons are common right now, what setups are common, how fast does it kill, and how fast can you kill. So let's say you've been playing Rumble and you're still struggling in gunfights and your 1v1 confidence isn't there. Look at your gameplay with a critical eye and ask yourselves, do I possess the mechanical comfort to be able to move and shoot easily? It's not something that I think about. Oftentimes when I play with players who routinely struggle to finish off kills or are just having a hard time in PvP in general, they're beginners in the sense that they're not used to FPS on console. The act of moving, shooting, reloading, jumping, using your supers, grenades, and abilities are all things that should be second nature, something you don't think about. You should be thinking about your positioning during the game, the engagements that you want to go for and the ones that you don't want to challenge on. You shouldn't be thinking about, what button reloads again, and how do I jump, and how do I move my left and right thumbs in unison? All that stuff should be second nature, and if it's not, you'll need to take the time to hop into a patrol or some PvE game modes to get that stuff down. Because the truth of the matter is, in PvP, you're always going to be under pressure, and that's not an ideal set of circumstances to learn the core fundamentals of movement. You should be able to move, jump, shoot, super, without thinking about it at all. How do you get better at that? You move, you jump, you shoot, you use your super, but you do it in an environment that has less pressure than a PvP match. You can speed up the improvement process by doing some homework and watching strong PvP players. Some of my favorites are M-Tashed and True Vanguard. Something I recommend to players as well is to talk through decisions as you're playing the game. If you're getting kills that you're proud of, talk yourself through it. If you died to something that you don't know about, again, talk yourself through it. Have a dialogue running through your head going, yeah, I outplayed that guy, or man, why did that happen? By playing Rebel consistently, you'll quickly learn to understand yourself, the first part of the Sun Tzu quote from the start of the video. And the more you play, the more chances you give yourself to start understanding your enemy. Once again, once you start to understand both yourself, your limits, as well as the enemy, and anticipating what they're going to do, that is when your confidence is going to show up. That is when you are going to know which kills you can go for and which you can't. And it's a great feeling once you achieve that confidence, because then the game becomes totally new and fresh and fun, because you know, I can capitalize on that guy's mistake. He's weak around that corner. I know I can hit the shots and finish him off. So that's going to do it for today's video. If you enjoyed, please like and subscribe if you want to see more tip videos. This is just the start. I'm going to be talking about the really strong PvP weapons in the next tip video, or pretty soon thereafter. Leave a comment down below if you have tips of your own that I missed, and we'll see you guys next time.